Hello. So for those of you who don't know, 5 videos, or don't know me at all, oh, my chin looks really big. Anyways, I'm Carol, and I am going to be vulnerable right now. I guess I would say afraid of the sound of my own voice. That makes sense. It's like I do a lot. Like I sing, and it just feels weird even saying it, like telling people that, you know, I'm good at stuff. It feels weird because it's like, it makes me feel cocky. And so I don't want people to know that I can do stuff because it makes me feel cocky. Like, it makes me feel like I'm being cocky by making it known that I can do things. But in order for me to be vulnerable, these are necessary facts. So, I sing, and I write poetry, and I paint, and I have an interest in a lot of areas of art. A lot of them. Like, a lot. To the point where it's confusing sometimes. It freaks me out a lot. It scares me because I'm almost kind of selfish, I guess you would say, because it's like I'm afraid to share it with people. It's like I love it, obviously, and I do share it with people, but it terrifies me. And it's like I hate even making videos of me doing things that are creative because I don't want to see myself doing it. It's like I don't like seeing myself out of control. I feel like I don't have control when I do that. I'm afraid. I'm terrified of the sound of my own voice. I'm not sure really what about it scares me. I think that the idea that fear of not being good enough. It's like fear of being mediocre at a whole lot of things. Like, I'd rather be really good at one thing than be average at a whole lot of things. And I'm afraid that that's what I am. Even though there's nothing that really would make me think that way. Like, there's no reason for me to feel that way, but I do. So, to work on that, and work on my fear of failure, so I'm terrified of failure. Absolutely terrified. Failure means a lot of things. When I make my definition, whatever my definition of success is, or when I set a goal for myself, if I do anything but meet that goal or exceed it, it's failure, and I go into a deep spiraling depression. So, like I said, this is me working on it. So help me out, and even encouragement freaks me out. Encouragement makes me nervous because I receive encouragement as standards. Like, you're encouraging me because you believe that I can do something. And if you believe that I can do something, then I feel like I owe it to you to prove you right. That's like ridiculous, I'm sure. But it's true. That's how I feel. I feel like I owe it to people. Like, I have to I can't let you down. I feel like if I don't meet your expectations of me, I'm letting you down. And then, you know, more failure, and then more spiraling depression. So we don't want that to happen anymore. So I'm going to try to work on it by giving myself a chance. And I'm freaking out a little bit because it's scary. Really scary, because I was real comfortable being a, you know, down low artist, kind of. It's like everybody knows I'm an artist, but nobody's really seen anything. And I was comfortable being kind of like, quite possibly being above average, but not wanting anybody to know. Because, like, not risking the possibility that I am not above average and then I embarrass myself. I think too much. I'm gonna stop talking about this and I'm gonna read this poem, and then you're gonna tell me stuff about it. After hearing that whole spiel, if you're a jerk, just stop watching the video. Just stop it now. Don't even watch the rest of the video, because I know there are a lot of really mean-spirited people on YouTube, and they will say anything that they feel like saying to anybody on their videos. And this is not the video. So just don't bother. Just stop watching it now. Thank you. Okay. It's still work in progress. Bear with me. Hope this doesn't suck. Probably shouldn't have started like that. Anyway. God put the backbones of our grandmothers in our hands. Women who were stoned for taking tradition, crumbling it between their fingertips, mixing it with the remains of oil and new wine and painting it on their faces. Can you feel their vibrations in your veins? Can you feel them dancing a little too new, praising a little too new, singing a little too loud, living a little too bright for those whose eyes have so long been adjusted to darkness, claustrophobic in their closed mind? Your power is too much for me, they say. Don't stray too far toward your imagination, they say. We've already got a box picked out for you, they say. Just because your reservation looks like home doesn't mean you're not a caged beast to them. They feed you just enough to keep you comfortable. Keep your box just big enough to make you feel like you're free. Do not settle for their mockery of freedom. Do not let them tell you your life is an art. You are resurrecting Picasso. It's abstract. It lives in colors they haven't seen before. It's a form with too many sides to fit their pre-made casket, box. It is on a surface they'd never think to use. It doesn't have rules. It's a fingerprint with a long record of life attached. We will not let them hoodwink us into thinking we will not let them hoodwink us into thinking we are nothing more than hood and winks. We won't let the revolution kicking in our stomachs. Sorry, typo. Rewind. It's a fingerprint with a long record of life attached. We will not let them hoodwink us into thinking we are nothing more than hood and winks. We will not ignore the revolution kicking in our stomachs. We are the spirits of what they thought was dead. We are the manifested ashes of women who were too bright for their time. We are the lashes of women who said, I'm fighting for what's mine. We've got nations growing inside of us, resting against our backbones until they are prepared to bust the amniotic dam in our pelvises. They are resting on our backbones. They are coming any day. We do not have time for jelly bellies. Backs cracked under the weight of standards of womanhood the world created for you. Spine snapped under the pressure to fit into a box they're slowly burying you alive in. They get you while you're young. Market spreads of 6 foot size 0 Amazon blonde-haired blue-eyed French women to you before you even know what the number means on your bra. Tattoo these images on your retina. Have you spending every day in the mirror trying to figure out how to look like a queen without Photoshop, pasting shrines of fabricated beauty to your wall. The last thing you see when you wake up, the last thing you see before you go to sleep, the first thing you see when you wake up. A synthetic altar of beauty that the models can't even live up to. I will not birth a nation of slaves to any master but the one I answer to. The future will not be born into bondage. The future will not be born into the past. This is a manifesto. This is the uprising of new wine, ready to bust out of old skin. This is a manifesto. This is the uprising of new wine, ready to bust out of old skin. World, get ready. You haven't taken care of yourself. You are not yet durable enough to handle us. That means you're the one that needs to change. Thank you! I know this video is really long. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Please comment nice things or helpful things, but don't be a douchebag. Thanks.